Hey, what's going on YouTube? But before we get into this video real quick, I just want to preface this by saying I'm someone who absolutely didn't understand milk inside of a bag, and I'm someone who doesn't understand milk outside of a bag. I don't actually get a better understanding of the game I just played until the end of the video where I watch a video. That person's channel's video will be linked in the description, but hopefully you do enjoy this. I just wanted to preface this, so if you guys watch this video all the way through and you see me make up some crazy theories, you can kind of disregard those, but you can follow along and see what someone who doesn't understand or relate to the game at all came up with. But with that being said, hopefully you do enjoy the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll leave you to it. Thanks. Hopefully today the game does not crash on us. I tried recording this. This is going to be a YouTube exclusive, but you know what? I thought about it, and I'm like, until I get to the point in which, where I can send out my videos to an editor, we're not going to do YouTube exclusive stuff too much. I think some of the RPGs, I do still want to keep YouTube exclusive, but like games like this in which I can play on stream, and I don't feel too bad about being away from stream. And then I can also just, take this off of my Twitch channel and throw it up on YouTube as like quick highlights. I think I'll do that instead. But I got the kimono on. I found this at the bottom of my pajama drawer. I was like, what is that? I thought it was a bandana because I only saw this part. I was like, what is that? Nice little kimono going. We got our garb on. Let's play this fucking game. Now, I'm not gonna cap to y'all. I've seen this intro maybe like 2 to 3 times at this point, but I'm always down to watch it again. It still astounds me to this day that we've jumped from the first game, which introduction sucked, and to this game. Not introduction, the animation was impossible to look at. You will not believe how many people, counting the steps, this is a recount of the first game. You will not believe how many people have hit me up on the side, like, what is this game that you played? I think I'm gonna turn it down just a tad bit more, and we should be good. The animation of this game is so good. Cop, what's going on with you, brother? What's going on? Is the game crashing on me? No. Okay, we're still holding strong. I tried to record and the game crashed, so I don't know how I would be able to handle the stream. But if this crashes, we'll just play Five Nights at Freddy. What is this? Milk outside a bag. Well, to be precise, it's milk outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag of milk. But if you're looking in terms of like, genre and shit, it's a visual novel. It's a psychological visual novel. So you'll be able to hear my beautiful voice as I voice act this fucking game for you. If you want more context about the game, you can watch it on my YouTube. But basically, to sum it up, we're a girl dealing with depression, and we were tasked in the very first game to go to the store and pick up a bag and pick up milk. Now, this game
is a continuation of that game. Better graphics, longer story, more content, so on and so forth. If this gives me nightmares, I'm gonna kick your ass? Yeah, fucking right. You're here for a good story. I'm here for a good story. We're all here for a good story, a good time. Alrighty then. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Make sure the camera's all good to go. You guys will see me get pretty close to this damn dick mic. Anyways. Walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dance all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. If I get nightmares, can I come cuddle? Come on through, bro. You know the door is always unlocked. I walk past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpse in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure that oh god, now we're running. I break into a run and dash towards the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door down. So if you don't know, this girl is inside her own house. And she's gonna break down her kitchen door. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Okay, and as we're seeing from this introduction, this girl's clearly like quite imaginative. Empathizing with a bag of milk is a bit much, but I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk toward my room through a narrow corridor. Hello, Mom. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all the pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claws pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. Or sinews? I don't really know that word. But then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from the pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me! Kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I can gather them all later. I need to remember. I need. A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Shit. I'll never drink milk ever again. I honestly have no fucking clue what's going on right now. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. So this is kind of like the intro. This is what they throw us into. Going off of what it feels like from the last game, our mother is filling us with drugs so we don't remember the trauma of our father dying. However, it feels like she's being a bit over controlling. So I can't really tell if she's like giving us shots, which is what I think that stuff is. Like she's giving us needle shots, and the film that we see is like the effects of the drug numbing us. I don't know. I really don't know. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. Excuse me. And there was a time when the last minute before I sleep was my favorite time of day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slip away. Yuck. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. Quite a lot of pills you got there. Is that a monkey in the background? What is that? Anyways, after finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I've always swallowed them as a bunch without thinking. Now, I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy. Filthy. Kind of like blood, in a sense. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead, and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder who's going to be my conversation partner. And that's where I come in. Hey. Did the game crash on me again? Oh no, I have to tap hey. It's weird how like some controls you have to do that and sometimes you don't. Hey, long time no see. Hasn't even been an hour, dummy. You know, we're only supposed to meet once per day, right? I'm gonna go with this line. Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion. Basically, nothing I can't handle myself. After all, now I know how to do it. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? That's not true. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? Just stay silent till the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. So, another thing about this game is like, I don't necessarily know what we are. I want to say we're like her inner conscience, but we could also be like her alter ego, or maybe her different personality. I have no clue what we are, so like I don't know. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic, I feel great, which means I could do anything, and you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. I can imagine how angry you are right now. By the way, you're the one that's useless and pathetic. Why are we going so hard, bro? Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Am I really that pathetic? And then we get moments like this where if we insult her too much, we just lose the game. But like, this one's a lot more in depth, so say something. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. But then, me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind, 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. You're mocking me, right? A session, huh? I'm fine. I don't know why, but I think I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. Again, I still have no clue what's going on right now. She said something about her head splitting apart, so I'm guessing the fact that we are like a different part of her is what she's talking about. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Does it even matter? What do you think? I can't be sure about anything, and you don't take me seriously anyway. Why did you throw away the medicine? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at the time, but now I feel like it tripled in force. It hurts so bad. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Where did that line come from? What is this art in the background? Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it in my mouth. Popping them pills like candy, huh? Okay, this is about as far as I usually get before the game crashes on me. So this is new territory for all of us. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. What do you want then? Just want to lie down for a bit. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. Can you stay silent, please? I need to get my thoughts in order. Alrighty then, I guess. Why does the ceiling look so far away? I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I mean, I guess. Is the game gonna do that for us? Kind of fire. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts. They're fireflies now. Okay, I guess. Now start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that moment doesn't come. I was waiting too. I was gonna wait a little bit just to see if the moment popped up, but no, nothing happened. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. I like this little design that they got going on right now. Right? This is clearly her chair. The outside and the door to her room is clearly something else. She did say her room is the only place that she feels safe, and this is the only place in the game that we've seen that isn't fully coated in red. Everywhere else is like this pinkish, reddish, orangish hue, but inside the room is this black purple. And now even her thoughts and her text bubble is also this like pinkish red color. Now, I don't know if the game is doing that purposely or not, but if it is, I really like that, because she's saying she has a hard time getting control of her own thoughts anyway. And in the last game that we played, towards the end, when she had control of her thoughts, the border around the text disappeared, and that like that broke a boundary that she had between us and her. Enough. I hate you. What is that? I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? Or what do you want me to do then? I don't know. It's up to you. If I'm saying it's up to her, then why would I tell her that the behavior that she did is weird? If it's up to her, this is very condescending and it doesn't make sense. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Okay. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts, or else. I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. It could be anywhere. Suddenly, I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Both the same. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did he bring milk? Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk or did you drink milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? What the fuck is going on right now? What have you done? Here, drink some milk? First death? What? What? Okay. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Oh, was that her thought? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, and no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their place and that's it. Why? You don't have to tell me if you don't want me. I don't and I won't. Alright then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. No way that's what this game's turning into. No way. You know, those games have movements where you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. And what about the thing you're using regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. And you want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Fourth wall break. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. Yeah. Alright, we're spitting right now. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Oh, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey, what? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. There's smoke coming from your clothes? Whatever. What? Is that like a lighter? I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down. Let's look for the others. Yeah. Oh. I don't want to die, but I want to click on this stuff. The usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Doses and side effects. Yeah. I thought you knew them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Okay. Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My screen makes the My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey, let's continue searching. She looks so tired. Okay, I think everything is going to have a... Maybe everything we click on might have a little story for us. And we'll learn a little bit more about like what's going on in her life. So let's click on like all the books and shit first. This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it's still good for a couple of years. Damn. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot, I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy one. Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how do I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no. I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer. If I wait... Open your eyes. No. It's okay. Just do it. No way. I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Settle down, okay? No. Usually when things like this happen, we end up dying, which is why I'm trying to click around for other stuff. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops for a moment. The world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Okay, so I'm trying to make sense of everything that's going on right now, what we've just seen with the past 2 interactions. And the only thing I can come up with is the fact that, like, this is the game's creative way of giving us insight onto not just how our character reacts, right, to certain things that have happened to her, but also like things that have happened to her in the past, right? Our character clearly takes a lot of medicine because she needs it. She needs the medicine because something traumatic happened to her, which is her father dying. And now everything that's in her room that kind of relates to her mother or brings up trauma about her past, which is, you know, like I'm guessing the old sketches that she has, which is probably of her father, makes her scared and nervous and anxious. And it's hard for her to, especially being at such a young age and feeling like you're all alone, it's hard for her to cope with these things. So in order to cope, what she's decided to do is she's decided to make this alter ego of herself, which is us, right? And we're like having these back and forths. That's why when she looks in the mirror and she like sees somebody else, it's how she envisions other people to look at her, like this crazy evil demonic thing. How do I know all this shit? I told you I played the first game. It's on the YouTube channel. Go watch it. But again, all like what I'm saying is as fact, like her father dying, her feeling alone, her being on drugs, like her father dying was from the last game. Her being on drugs is clearly shown throughout the beginning scenes of this first game with the pills and shit. I look down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Game is frozen. Okay, cool. Totally not cool. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks. Yeah, I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. This clearly black, bleak room. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. The beds. By the way, I attended all the classes, the others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner, and went to our rooms. I don't remember, and does it even matter? Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please. Fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining to me that I needed to grow up. You see how the story's changed? It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together, and we went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Tell me about it again. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. The scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what that little brat has done? Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together, and we went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, tell me again. She looks exhausted. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again, I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again, I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on my back. Knowing that these moments should never ever be ignored, I turn around. But there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it. It means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I will go blind. It has already happened countless times. So a lot of what happens in this text box is like her thoughts. There's times where she's talking to us, right? Like her, I guess her like other half. And then there's times where she's just thinking. But because like she knows that this is a visual novel, we're inside her head and we know what she's thinking. What do you mean you'll go blind? I've spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling toward me from my bag. It's barely glowing and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Finish searching? No, let's keep searching. Let's keep learning new things. So now there's options for 2 radios. I also want to click on the sleeping bag, because why the fuck does she have a sleeping bag and not a bed in her room? She just said she was lying on the floor. Yeah, there's actually 3 radios. This game is heavy, man. It's like a studio apartment. Well, she's living with her mom. So definitely not a studio. This is I want to say maybe a 2-bedroom. Maybe it's a 1-bedroom and this is like something that she turned into another bedroom. This is like the balcony though. She kind of has like an outside. All right, before I click on the radios though, which I definitely want to do, I'm going to click on this. The game freezes every time and it scares me. And what are those? Those are the photos of my best memories. Oh, lit. But they're blank. I was literally just about to ask, like, yo, can we see the photos? I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. Okay, so not everything is going to lead to a firefly, which is good to know. Again, this has to be instant death, so we'll do this last. You know what? This is one fucking room. She takes her medicine here. This is her toothbrush. I didn't even peep. Her toothbrush, her washcloth, the mirror that she looks at. But it's crazy that this is a mirror and it kind of looks like a window. Like everything that's like outside of the room that's like, I guess, not memorized. It's just this fucking abyss. Game is crazy, man. All right, we'll just systematically start working our way over to this bag of shit. We'll go like from here. We'll wrap around. Actually, we'll go from like top down, right? So we'll go from here, over, here, over, here, over. And then when we get here, instead of going here over, we'll go here and then we'll wrap around. And that way we'll end up on whatever the fuck that is. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling. The closet is hanging under the ceiling? Bitch, this is a cabinet. At least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally. I'm definitely not worried. Not even the slightest bit. Not even a smidget of a littlest bit. Not even for the thousandth of percent. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh no, you don't. Then act normal. Okay, not everything has a purpose. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around and smell leaves. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know these plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? What? I didn't even peep. You can click on the clock as well. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatrical yawn and hold out my arms to the sides. 1, 2, then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember that exercise you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart. Whatever, I'll go with that. Countdown, 5 minutes. Fine, you have a clock right in front of you though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first, I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face, and also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. Bro, this shit is getting creepy. I can change the radio? That's sick. Oh, that's sick. That's a sick little... This one's creepy as fuck. We'll keep that one on. Oh, it turns off automatically. It's not easy to get out of here. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they purposely want to lower their self-esteem. It seems like a lot of the things up here just like don't have anything to do. I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well, what happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but they become fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupy this place. Do you understand now? Maybe I should have said something else. I was scared of losing the game though. Got a couple more spots to go. Is that different? Oh, it switches up. Do they all switch up? This one kind of fire, low key. This one kind of fire, low key. Anyways, what's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan, and I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate, if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Did I find all the things that we had to look at? Well, some of the stuff has given us more insight, for sure. So, I don't regret continuing to look for more shit. We're definitely down to the end of it all, though. Like, let's check this out. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slapped my cheeks to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping with a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. What? I said searching here is meaningless. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. Thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling? It's such a blessing that it can do it without my help. And it does it on its own? Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like this. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. Did I end up getting the fireflies in my first 3 attempts? Like here, here, and here? Like that was it? Those are the fireflies and that was it? Because it feels a little weird that nothing else is having a firefly. And I know there were more than 3. Whatever. I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. So you have a closet on your ceiling, which you can't get to. You have an AC unit that has cockroaches in it, mine cockroaches. And you have a drawer, a like nightstand almost, a desk that you can't get into. What if? I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining? I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item, I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. Alright, we're in for something. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole day in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering, calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did, before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? I'm imagining right now. As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, imagine. Alright, so you're the hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you. That means you're all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at the shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you nothing. Nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, let's start over. This time, try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know, I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them, impossible to count. Is it impossible though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Oh, right. For my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them like drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright? You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Bro. She's saying a lot of nothing right now. Rampage, hopefully the stream went well. We are playing Milk Outside of a Bag. The follow-up to the visual novel Milk Inside of a Bag that I posted on the YouTube channel. I was just seeing if it worked. I was fully expecting this game to crash on me and end up switching over to FNAF, but it's working just fine, so now we're going through it. Learning a lot about her backstory. Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understand that all my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey. Let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself. I only knew what. If only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Do you want to crack it? I change my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of action and flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. What about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story maybe. You promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me without a code word, for example. Please forget it. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Did you watch the VOD with John getting messed up by child? No, I did not. I will watch it soon. Okay. So to put into perspective what the fuck just happened, by friends, I think she means she just followed people on like Instagram or Facebook or whatever the case was. And that was just people who had like similar interests to her. And because with social media, there's like the add friend button, she added these people, you know, like add this person, add friend, add follow, whatever the case may be. She added these people and just instantly associated that towards friendship, which is why when the laptop turned off, all her friends disappeared, because in some part of her mind, she understood that like her friends only existed online. And when she wasn't online, they weren't around. They weren't doing things. And they probably lived a very routinistic. I think routinistic is probably the better word. Life. Such as they were constantly posting the same things over and over again, which is why she knew what to expect when she hopped online. But that doesn't explain why she didn't. That doesn't explain why she didn't hop online anymore. We never got that part of the story. She did say that there was one person who ended up being real. So maybe she ended up having an interaction with this one person. Which is probably, this probably goes back to the school thing, right? Because she probably ended up talking to people from her school. And that one person who ended up being real was probably someone who was actually in her school, someone who she knew. And he was probably making fun of her. But then that doesn't explain why she was being dragged out of school by her father. Fuck, man. All right, we have just a little bit left. We have the toothbrush, the pills, the trash can, I'm assuming, and this. All right, let's go toothbrush. I turn my eyes toward an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. I guess. Okay, let's look somewhere else. The fucking pills. You hear that? I fucking knew to save these for last. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose. So she took pills, but she didn't take all of them. I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. You'll ultimately die anyway, so why worry? What the fuck? Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Of course not. It was what saved me. Well, that's reasonable. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns, pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly. After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Okay, I don't know if anybody else saw that, but there was a bit of blue at the very bottom as the stuff was fading away. So I think we're getting there. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting Firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you here. Okay, now we're given two options, right? We finish searching and we end it there. Or we click on this, which has been like this the entire time we've searched her entire room. All right, let's fucking click it. Ah, I'm nervous. What if we die? What is all this? It looks like... Are these milk cartons? Please don't tell me we die from clicking this. Alright, well, nothing happened. Anyways. Well, that was everything. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? No. There's no such thing as always being positive. It's not, it doesn't happen. You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow, those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony because her father was pushed over the fucking balcony at the end of the last game. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. What the fuck? Alright, let's... Yeah. What are you gonna do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous. Like milk outside a bag of milk. And yet... You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You don't want to take another pill? Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's a goodbye then. No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff. I don't want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrist and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop. I get it already. You don't gotta keep going. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. Have I been? I've been fine. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places. Excuse me. Bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? And one day I almost died. I collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And, well, deserved, I guess. I felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But then the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me. And I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, you're still listening, you know? Alright. I started chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. She started throwing up gang signs, bro. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax. Nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. It's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly, but it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. This is Twitch chat right now. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're just like, boring. Fine. Close your eyes. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley, an awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. The music going crazy right now. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. You have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is Stupid. Why is she roasting my man like that, bro? Are we going or what? You can go. I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. What the fuck is going on right now? Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. What the fuck does that say? After reaching the store's doors, we were greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their work hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realized that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently toward one of the few store customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place. Looking the customer straight in the eye, I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. The way this game has taken such a heavy turn, bro. Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared. He said, what? No, not again. Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the end of my vision, I see the store's staff hang a new sign on the door. 10 minutes. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey, you! Move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that is formed after Tresca. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee? What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is... But you heard me. You know what? Imagine having to pay a waiting fee. You know what? I'm not even gonna. In a fit of rage, I throw a blank note to the cashier, a much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right toward a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know? He turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. Where are we going? Where are we going? It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. The fuck was that, man? The fuck was that? Okay, I already know what we have to do though. Or at least I have a concept of what we have to do. I think the fireflies were in the book bag, the book on her desk, the note, the pills, maybe? Not the toothbrush, the pills, and I want to say that's it, right? So the game gave us the option to finish searching, and the game also told us, excuse me, the game also told us congratulations when we finished getting all the fireflies. I think our cognition will affect this like dream world that we're in. Or maybe it's like the internet that we're on. I don't completely understand. But let's try it. Let's fucking blaze through this. Get back to that part and we'll try something different. Okay. This one was a lot more convoluted than the last one, and that is for sure. The last one, while it didn't hold your hand and tell you like what the fuck was going on, it was definitely like our main character, which was the girl that we were following along, is going through something. She takes pills to combat the trauma that she's facing. And at the end of the game, right after she goes to the store, grabs the bag of milk, which I don't understand, because it's like we get the milk, and in this game we can't even drink the milk. We get the milk, we come home. Oh. Oh. Wait. No. She says it's her father. I was thinking that like maybe Tresca is her brother and the person who was killed in the last game was Tresca and not her father, but in the last game it's clearly stated that her father was the one that died, pushed off the edge. And the mother figure in this game is this fucking mask wearing fucking crazy ass thing in the last game and in this one. And it's because she forces her to take the medicine so she can only see her mother as this fucking evil thing. And the pills are numbing her up to the point where she like she has this dependency on them. The only options that kind of make sense to me for this game are option 1, and we are like the little girl, right? And I say that in a sense that, taking into account the first game and this one, we're talking to the little girl just like the little girl is talking to Tresca, the boy at the end. In the first game, we would talk to the little girl, and if we insulted her too much, if we got upset with her actions too much, if we weren't patient, kind, and talkative with her, she would say, it looks like you're not gonna be able to help me on this journey, right? In the same way that Tresca said to the little girl, it seems like you won't be able to help me, right? And such, the little girl wakes up from the dream, she's crying, and it feels as though she understands that she's failed this little boy, right? And I think we are, to her, what she is to Tresca. Now, how that makes sense, I don't fucking know. But that's just theory number one. Theory number two is she's created this almost fantasy-like world within herself, right? She talks about enjoying dreaming, loving dreaming. And then as she gets older, she goes through that traumatic experience, and now she's coked up on these drugs. She can no longer have dreams anymore. So when we convince her to go to bed and she has this dream about a boy who I guess has lived in a similar situation as her, and she realizes she can't help him, she envisions that as her not being able to help herself. Which I think that one kind of makes a little bit more sense than the first one. Or there's the third option, in the fact that we are Tresca, right? We guide her home. We talk to her. Like, we're like the dream version of Tresca. Follow me along here, right? We helped her awake version get to the milk store, get back, deal with her trauma, talk about it, take the pills, go to bed, right? That was the awake version of herself. Then there's the dream version of herself, which is helping Tresca, right? And the dream version of herself is helping awake Tresca, which is this little boy, right? Which is also why the cashier was calling us mom, because even in the scenes that and what we could see, we looked exactly like Tresca. We both looked like little boys. I mean, not little boys. We both looked like children, right? So for them to call us mother means that they were seeing us in a different light. So our dream version is probably an adult helping Tresca out. And Tresca's dream version, which is us, is helping the little girl out. It's like the only three things that I can think of that could explain what the fuck is going on in the story. Now that could be me over quantifying the game, making it sound a lot more convoluted than it actually is. And the game could just be purely, all right, this person has went through trauma. They're remembering a moment in which they shared with their friend Tresca, which is what the dream was about, which was that one online person that actually talked to them, and they're both fucked up and they're both going through trauma. That could just be it. Like, instead of over analyzing the game, it could just be as simple as that. Both these people are dealing with trauma from their past. They met up once, or maybe they met up a couple times, they had interactions, and it seemed like Tresca said, all right, you're not capable of helping me, and left, which is why she was crying at the end. Because the one true friend out of the fucking 300 of them that she had online said she wasn't good enough. The thing about all the fucking options that I've given is none of them cohesively explain the entire timeline of the game, which is, by the way, just a day. The game is just a day. Maybe it's more than a day. Because in the first game, they did talk about her standing in line for fucking 20 hours. Which is exactly what the kid did. I don't know. I don't know. Let's fucking watch a video on this. Like now I'm very curious. I need to know what the fuck is happening. Ba-na-ba-na-ba, ba-na-ba-na.